Welcome back to a series so sus. We're on episode 69. In today's video, Hasan is now comparing himself to Superman. Ethan has exposed Hasan's #1 fan Gato and the supposed creator of the H3 Snark subreddit. Apparently this person has been spreading lies for a while being anonymous on Twitter and Reddit. But it turns out Ethan has found their identity and is threatening a lawsuit now. They are in full panic mode. Asmongold has responded giving his take. Tectone has exposed Hasan again. Updates from Twitch CEO and professional gooner Dan Clancy. Subscribe. I can't believe we hit 700k subs on episode 69. Absolute cinema. Thank you guys for the support. And continue subscribing. We're going all the way to 1 million, baby. Now let's begin with Hasan comparing himself to Superman, the ultimate narcissist. So here they're talking about the new movie about Superman.
His involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass, causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know. I just saw like a lot of what I've tried to do with commentary in general, which is like to influence others to also do right and to defend vulnerable people and to show by not just telling but also doing, no matter what the repercussions are. And I think that was what was great. Like, he is an inspirational figure, not just inspirational towards human beings, but also towards metahumans and people who are powerful themselves. Like, sometimes it's okay to do good.
Yeah, sometimes it's just okay to do good, guys. I'm just out here doing good all day, every day. Brother, you gotta get over yourself. Comparing yourself to Superman is crazy level of narcissism. This guy actually said, I influence others to do right. You mean lie at every single turn? He said, I defend vulnerable people. You mean terrorists? You literally defend terrorists, bro. Terrorists are the ones who are attacking the vulnerable people. Bro has his head screwed on backwards. You can't make this shit up. Dude, every sentence is so hypocritical. He inspires others to take actions. I mean, yeah, but not in the way you're thinking, obviously. He pretty much emboldens people to openly support terrorists, openly be hateful and racist. That is not a flex, bro. And I just love how every single time this guy will find a way to play victim. Like, no matter the consequences, I will do good, as if he's some sort of hero in his own story here. Bro, what consequences have you gotten? A literal 1-day ban on Twitch on your scheduled day off. Absolutely no consequences whatsoever. I guess he did have his global entry revoked, but that's like a massive privilege. And that was obviously completely justified. If you're out here supporting terrorists, like, you should pretty much be banned from airplanes at that point. Here's what people are saying. Nux responds, remember when Superman said America deserved 9/11? I recall that episode, actually. Okay, we got whatever this is, and he's dropping a Luffy, and it's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. This is from Toy Story. If you watch the movie, you'd know that Superman literally does this and gets mad about the hate comments and hashtags. Full disclosure, I haven't watched this movie, so you guys can let me know if this is accurate. I must have missed the part where Superman lies, supports terrorists, or harasses Lewis. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't think Superman would say America deserved 9/11, and at least these rich white girls are the ones getting date raped rather than minorities. Dude, there's like an endless supply of Hasan quotes, bro. I was thinking of making like a mega compilation, but it's gonna take a lot of time, and I'm kind of busy with the series. Maybe after all this is over, which it will probably take like another year, I'll make a mega compilation of everything this guy's ever said. We got the classic SpongeBob meme, mental illness. Right, so Ethan responded here, the only thing Hasan and Superman have in common is that they both owe their life to extremely wealthy and influential it-fathers. Well, Hasan is obviously a Nepo baby. I don't really know the Superman lore too much. I wasn't actually that much into it. As much as I hate Hasan as a person, Ethan is talking about Batman. Okay, that I know about, yeah. Superman's dad was quite influential, but Krypton didn't emphasize wealth like humans do. Right, so this next part, Hasan talks about his appearance in the Times magazine, the top 100 most influential creators. Hasan says his spot on the Time 100 creators list will act as terrorism insurance. Yeah, dude, that's definitely a good look.
I got some crazy stuff going on. We have merch day today. I did times 100 last night, which I like to call terrorism insurance. Because these kinds of like when reporters want to like write positive stories about me or put me in like lists like this, I'm like, oh, thank you. This will make the people that constantly cynically claim that I'm a terrorist look even dumber.
No, actually, it just shows that these people did not do their research, and they literally basically have anybody on that list. I mean, we have Hawk Tua Girl on that list, a proven crypto scammer who has absolutely no influence anymore, by the way. So obviously, she should not be on the most influential list, and it just shows that they're okay with like elevating crypto scammers and shit like that. Also, I don't know why he keeps denying this. You are a proven, documented terrorist supporter. We had the Love Heart incident, the I support the Houthis 10 toes down. Hezbollah is my favorite flag. Look at this terrorist propaganda video you're showing to your friends. Oh, this terrorist is based actually. Oh, they might be designated a terrorist org by the US government, but yeah, I don't know if I entirely disagree with them. Now keep in mind, I've never said Hasan himself is a terrorist, okay? Other people have claimed that, okay? I have simply said that he shows support for terrorists, which is a fact. I don't know what activities he gets up to in his free time. I'm not gonna speculate on that. He doesn't really have much free time, does he? He's terminally online. Also, what is that I heard? Merch Day? Merch Day, Hasan? Very capitalist of you. Mr. Socialism getting another quick buck from his broke followers. Is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised he's gonna start walking around in his Gucci clothes again, flexing a little bit? Now, apparently a while back he was like planning a collab with Obama, but it got canceled, it seems.
That Obama interview ever happening? Probably not, but who knows? I don't think Obama's gonna be collabing with me anytime soon.
How was that even on the table? Are people blind? I mean, W Obama's team or whatever for canceling that shit. Hey, any politicians, you need to watch the series if you were ever considering that shit. My God. What the heck is up with these people? Okay, moving on to Ethan absolutely destroying Hasan's #1 supporter and terminal Twitter user and creator of the H3 Snark subreddit. Ethan shouts out Hasan's favorite Twitter account, says he's the next one up. So the person we're talking about here is Gato Fumador, this queen in yellow person. Now, we've covered them in some past videos, just giving unhinged replies to everybody. So they said this: the entire reason Ethan and Hila are rebooting this incredibly embarrassing skull false flag, this is when skulls were sent to their house, they're calling it a false flag, is they're hoping they can exploit the dead Israeli diplomats to say, see, we are in danger. Seems somewhat coordinated. So Ethan responds, and this is the most incredible villain monologue. Part 1. Many of you have seen this Twitter user Gato Fumador because of his obsession with us and the depravity of his attacks. By the way, I thought this was a girl because they're a queen in yellow, but apparently it's like a 37-year-old man every single time, by the way. Even Hasan's degenerate mod, Gorby, was like a 47-year-old degenerate. He's frequently retweeted by the likes of Hasan Piker and Taylor Lorenz as part of their defamation campaign. They will signal boost his more sane tweets to make sure that everyone sees his depraved takes. They have retweeted or commented hundreds of times. Unfortunately, being an internet fall guy has its downsides, specifically the most obvious, being held responsible. For the longest time, these attack dogs have operated with impunity, relying on their anonymity to protect them. They revel in their impunity, uttering things a public person never would, specifically persistent defamation of the worst and most brazen kind. Ethan's linked another tweet. Ethan Klein's newest tattoo: the greatest thing a man can do for his children is to love their mother. Such a bizarrely transactional message, like something a guy gets in a last ditch to save his marriage before murdering his entire family. Wow, this seems like a very sane person, and it's a tattoo of like Hila. So getting a tattoo of the person you love and the mother of your kids and your wife, you know, the most important person in your life, and somehow this person equates that to murdering your entire family. Who are we even dealing with here? My God. In today's age of rapidly improving technology, anonymity is nearly impossible to maintain, even for a throwaway Twitter account. For example, the operator behind this account is a 37-year-old single male who is currently unemployed and living with his parents, named D and B. By the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but somebody has told me their real name, so I know what's behind these asterisks here. Obviously, I'm not going to say it in public, but yeah, it's getting interesting. You don't need to know his name, he just needs to know that I do. This person is clearly down and out, and it's a shame that instead of improving his life, he's dedicated all his time and energy into snarking strangers on the internet. Now, as a result of his unforgivable attacks on my family, his outlook is even more bleak. He's facing down a lifetime of soul-crushing debt and litigation. He doesn't have a wage now, but if he ever does crawl out of his mother's yellow-walled basement, I will be garnishing every cent he earns for the rest of his life. Oh my god. Dude, F around and find out. My god. And he's posted another tweet. The unblurred images literally have a Skulls Unlimited tag Lamau. I'm still gonna keep them blurred just to be safe. It's basically human skulls. Really doesn't make it better at all. Skulls shouldn't be sent to a house. Don't support him but be reasonable. This is weird. Gato responds, yeah, it's terrible that Ethan did that to his own children, implying that he killed his own children. Maybe someone should consider contacting CPS. Okay, this person is completely unhinged. Alrighty, go in face cam mode just to show you the absolute joy on my face as this absolute cretin gets what they finally deserve. So basically, this guy tried to be anonymous, right? They tried to spew the most vile hatred imaginable, constant lies over and over, right? And they not only have gone after Ethan, we'll see later that they went after Asmongold as well. They started the whole mom murdering cockroach thing, and they thought they would be invincible. But turns out, guys, karma always finds a way. Turns out a little bit of justice is actually being served. And remember, guys, remember when I said I don't clickbait, I predict the future? Well, there's a clip that literally happened the other day. Let me just refresh your memories. The only remotely plausible example I've seen is something about Asmon liking lolly. Is that it? You just know this person is the most unemployed person on the planet. Well, what did I say, fellas? Pegasus is a future predictor, okay? Turns out he was an actual unemployed loser, all right? Diabolical. These predictions are diabolical. Somebody put me on somebody give me a job as like a fortune teller or something. I should be doing some like astrology bullshit, you know, scamming people, because I got a knack for this. Right, so Ethan continues, there are a handful of attack dogs that operate similarly on Twitter for the benefit of Hasan Piker and Taylor Lorenz. They know who they are. I have the time and money to find each and every one of you. As you have reveled in your anonymity as a means to defame me and attack my family and children, I now revel in shining a light into the pathetic corner of the internet where you exist. I'm coming for all of you. In the meantime, I know their name, okay? You'll be hearing more from me soon. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, Ethan Klein. Oh my god. You cannot make cinema this good. This is a better villain story than like anything I've seen on TV, dude. Holy shit. We had all these vile people going after Ethan, and now he's become like the Punisher, you know, the anti-hero. He's going after all the bad guys, taking them all down one by one. Is he taking it too far? We don't know. We don't know yet. But these people are spreading some of the most vile shit ever. I feel like some of these people definitely need to be held accountable. And don't worry, you will see how absolutely unhinged this particular person is. So Ethan attached this tweet as well. What's up with Zionists? You know, Zionist censored. Like Ethan Klein constantly doing false flags, and then we circle something on the skulls. It's so easy to be like, I don't agree with this sort of harassment involving his kids, and still call him a Zionist piece of shit. Y'all need to touch grass if you're out here researching if he faked that or not. And then they reply, okay, I do not agree with Ethan Klein harassing himself and his children for sympathy. So again, saying that they lied about the whole thing. Right, so here's what people are saying. First reply, looks like Gato couldn't take the heat, and it's a tweet from Dan Saltman where they protected their post suddenly. Suddenly they're not a hot shit on Twitter anymore. Suddenly somebody's running with their tail between their legs. Now, they've replied to the Awk Twitter account with AWK here, as if they're doxing this person's real name, as if that's not actually their name, but I'm pretty sure it is. They're just trying to act tough here. People are going to cry and lie that he's going after pro-Palestine people. By people, you mean Hasan and his goon squad, because that's basically what they're saying. Palestine is just a plot tool for them to say whatever they want or suck up to their political beliefs. Absolutely. They use it as a tool to do absolutely anything they want, and then anytime they get any bit of criticism, well, how can you criticize me when there's a genocide going on, you know? Ethan needs to stay relentless. I hope Ethan never lets up. Ethan right now. I love this. Make examples out of all of them, Ethan. Ethan is making sure his family is safe. I support this. Right, so Ethan responded to this person privating their account. Remember not to erase anything. Spoilation would look very bad to a judge. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to pull a Frogan or a Denims where you try to delete stuff that's already been captured. You think Ethan would announce that, oh, I know who you are, I'm going after you, you know, you should be scared of me or whatever because of a lawsuit or something, and not archive all your tweets? Like, how stupid are you, honestly? Here's what somebody's saying. I don't like Hasan, but Ethan is just rubbing his balls on others for content at this point. Are you good, bro? What are you talking about? Ethan's lawyer stacking bread. Bro, Ethan's lawyer's got to be the happiest person in the world right now. How many cases is he getting here? No surprise there. Two Zionists teaming up as usual. An open mind is like an open wound. That's like the Gato's Twitter bio. Fascism checks out. Right, so they've actually responded trying to act tough. Gato responds to Ethan Klein where their account is private. Claims that they created these snark subreddits. I don't know why they would ever admit this. Ethan has been trying to find the creators of this Reddit for all this time. He's like, oh my god, these people have been harassing me all this time, and this person just admits it. Gato, while private, says, why would I delete anything? Truth, as it turns out, is a complete defense against defamation. That is true, although I'm not sure you've been spreading many truths. Also, I'm thrilled that I get to be the reason you're forced to, I guess, finally shut down your dim-witted wife's hideous pervert clothing brand. Okay, that's a lot of interesting words here. How is it a pervert clothing brand? I have no idea what he's talking about. And then they admitted, oh yeah, as long as I'm privated, I might as well admit to being the person who started both H3 Snark and H3 Leftovers, and I'm also a mod over at r/whatever this is. Dude, this is next level stupidity. This guy wants to sue you, and you just admitted you created an entire Reddit dedicated to harassing him. This Reddit has been the source of so much harassment towards him. This is not gonna look good in court. They continue, by the way, Ethan, just in case you see this, if you wanted the Reddit content moderation team to give you the same special treatment you get over at YouTube, you probably should have held off on making all those unhinged death threats to Steve Huffman. His replies, he's baiting, those are lies. Why would you admit it creating a subreddit the whole sole purpose of harassing someone? If true, this is downright regarded to admit. I hope Hasan is paying him half of his earnings, because otherwise the regard is ruining his life for zero reason. Don't worry, we actually learn a lot of lore about this person, and turns out they have a pretty tragic life, as we'll come to see. As long as I'm private. Bro's first time on the internet, it seems. Bro's trying to act tough with privated tweets. This is like those people who like boldly talk and then they like disable their replies. Like, come on, you clearly cannot handle any level of pushback. So Ethan responded again, looks like I've already got you in 3 fully drafted and filed lawsuits then. So he's referring to the lawsuits against Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron. And basically in those lawsuits, he was also going after H3 Snark and the moderators there. So I assume Gato will fall under that umbrella, and I guess they'll get like subpoenaed or something. Again, not a lawyer, not too familiar with all that, but it seems like they're not getting off scot-free here. Apparently your anonymous comments on the internet are no longer anonymous. Not really familiar with all the ins and outs of Ethan's lawsuit. Copyright seems solid, but why in the world would creating a subreddit be legally actionable? Okay. How are these people this stupid, man? Can you take like 2 seconds of research here? This account is run by a literal garbage human being, lol. Lol, imagine getting sued 3 times because you want to prod internet drama. These idiots sure do love telling on themselves. Well, that was easy. I'm assuming they're lying, but imagine they're not. Right, so after this, Asmongold responded and even offered to help Ethan.
So this is an individual right here. Now, this person liked to make a bunch of posts about me, things about how I kill my mom. So Hasan retweeted somebody who said that I was a mom-murdering cockroach farmer. They put their account on private. Now, why did that happen? It's because of the enforcer. So this is the skull that was sent to Ethan. Skulls shouldn't be sent to a house with kids. Don't support him, but be reasonable. This is weird. Yeah, it's terrible that Ethan did that to his own children. Maybe someone should consider contacting CPS. I almost feel bad for these people. I now revel in shining a light into your pathetic corner of the internet where you exist. This is amazing. Like, you can't even write shit this good. And that Gatto guy made a response and is doubling down. I remain undeterred and unintimidated. Klein has threatened me with personally frivolous legal action as a pretense to dox me, in part hoping to shame me for having placed my career on hold to serve my chronically ill father's around-the-clock dialysis caregiver, whose passing is just a few months ago and has not been without its emotional, financial, and legal difficulties, as anyone who's lost a parent likely knows. Well, look at this. This is the person that's making fun of me and telling me I killed my mom. Yeah, you shouldn't have done this. Never engaged in this behavior. If you didn't want to have this come back to you, fuck him. These are just a few times he tweeted about the mom murdering bullshit. Let me see. And this is the person. Clearly just using his father's condition. And who knows whether that's true or not. And also, who cares? I don't care about your personal life. If your personal life isn't an excuse to be a bad person. If Ethan needs any help in the lawsuit, go ahead and feel free to reach out to me.
Okay, dude, the absolute cinema we got going here is gonna go down in internet history, bro. This is one of the greatest dramas ever created. The lawsuits are just piling on and on. The amount of plot twists. We got heroes, we got anti-heroes, we got villains. It's just absolutely crazy. And I just find it interesting. This person has the audacity to play victim after bullying Ethan this entire time, saying that the skulls are actually his own kids. I can't believe you do this to his own kids. Saying any harassment he received is a false flag. I mean, you get what you deserve. Also, just saying, him crying about his own dad and the, you know, situation he is in, whatever, it might be tragic, whatever, but it has nothing to do with the situation at hand, okay? The only reason they're playing this card is that they can farm sympathy from Twitter or something. I wouldn't be surprised if this person also launches their own GoFundMe, like another brokey gonna be like, well, actually, you need to donate money to me, but also, you know, ignore the Palestinians, ignore Gaza, just, you know, donate all the money to me because I ran my mouth on Twitter. I'm rightfully getting sued, and now I need some legal defense. But yeah, that point about his dad and the fact that while crying victim, you are making fun of Asman saying that he killed his mom, which is completely untrue. I mean, how can you justify those two things in your head? Also, just a PSA, if you're tweeting 43 times a day, oh my god, like the legitimate final boss of unemployment, is that not? Because 43 times a day, that is crazy. And you're not even making any money. This person is like not getting like several amount of likes or whatever. Even if you do, you're barely making any money off Twitter unless I guess you're posting videos or something. But yeah, you're basically doing this for no reason unless like Hasan is secretly paying this person or whatever. That's my theory with everybody, because I'm like, how can these people be this level of stupid? You have to be getting paid or something. Like, what is in it for you? I just don't understand. Wow, who would have guessed he fit every single criteria for a Reddit mod? Dude, every single time. You always have this feeling like, oh, this person has to be the most degenerate freak ever, the most unemployed, the biggest loser, tweeting 43 times a day. And then we got Hasan's Discord mod exposed as a person thirsting after high schoolers, 47-year-old, 31,000 videos on the hub watch. Like, just the most ultimate degenerate gooner. The sheer audacity to pull the dying parent card after the heinous shit he said about Asman's mom is some off-the-wall shit. Literally womp womp. Yeah, I mean, you know, the empathetic side of me, the IDub side of me wants to feel bad for these people. But honestly, if you're this vile and this disingenuous, I mean, you just deserve everything coming your way. Typical bully getting called out playing the victim, some things never change. 100k post is effing insane, puts a whole new meaning to terminally online. That is crazy. You know, like if you watch like YouTube videos or something, you know, maybe you can argue it is, you know, you might be watching something educational, maybe, you know, something to fuel your career or whatever. Even if it's entertainment, it's fine. But 100k posts on Twitter, like you're all day on Twitter. There's nothing good on that goddamn website. Joker, I'll tell you what you get, Mora. You get what you effing deserve. A classic. Anyways, Asman also reacted to Ethan's threat on everyone. Here's a quick recap.
And I made some promises early on. And I'm going to fulfill them all. You know, there's an order of operation. We're going down the line. If you thought I was joking, I hope those 3 copyright lawsuits put that thought to rest. Because every one of you motherfuckers that I said I'm coming for, that I hold responsible, guess what? It's only a matter of time. Don't worry. I'll get to you before the statute of limitation ends. Remember how confident Denims was? Oh, really? You're going to sue me? Where's the lawsuit? I'm waiting. She does like this. Well, wait's over. Enjoy the last moments of peace you have out there to the... I'm going to say it. Noah Sampson, I didn't forget about you, scumbag. Daddy's watching.
I love this so much. I'm sorry. I do. I think this is so fucking funny. And the funniest thing about it is the fact that he's actually doing it, right? Because, like, if he wasn't actually doing it, it would just be like, oh, he's just bullshitting, right? Who cares? But he is actually doing it. It's his Joker moment. Yes, he is in his Joker phase. And he's... Dude, look at him. He's so happy. I've never seen him happier than this in my life. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, it's the Punisher arc. Yeah, I know it's his Joker phase. What happens if the lawsuits get dismissed? Well, then he'll file another one. Pretty simple, right? And yeah, he's out for blood. I guess so. What's his final form? I don't know, man.
Dude, Ethan is becoming such an absolute Omega villain. It is actually crazy. Never ever go after a man's family, fellas. This is the wrath of a father trying to protect their kids. I mean, bro is going after the anonymous Twitter and like Reddit mods, dude. Who does that? It's crazy. And don't worry, as the future predictor, I'm telling you, eventually Hasan will get some karma too. I don't know how. I don't know what's gonna happen. Is he gonna get sued? Etc, etc. But don't worry, all the heads of the Hydra are falling one by one. Right, so Ethan called out Anissa again. Basically, there's an old tweet from Anissa. Elon's Twitter parade is the best argument I have for socialism. More money after a point doesn't make you happier. This is why I agree with Hasan, where he says socialism isn't a poverty cult. I became more socialist once me and Ian got comfortable, and it's partly why we made Creator Clash. Ethan responds, if only a capitalist, social democrat, were running Creator Clash, it could have made money, gotten everyone paid, helped charities, and created an empire. Instead, in a perfect representation of socialism, it was crushed under the weight of its own incompetency. Everyone involved lost time and money, business partners got screwed, fans with travel plans got screwed, charities got screwed, all while those in charge tried to covertly funnel 34% of the profits into their personal account. Sounds about right. Correction, Hasan's brand of socialism is Gucci socialism. Actually, Ethan wakes up every single day and chooses violence, and it's amazing. You know, Ethan, I haven't thanked you for this. The amount of slop, the amount of videos you have given me, it's truly incredible, honestly. Anissa must be special needs if she thinks that explanation does anything to help her. Right, so moving on to Tectone showing his brother the infamous game Twitch or Terrorist, where you have to guess whether a quote is from a Twitch streamer or a terrorist, and we can play along. I'm sure you guys will get this first one.
America deserved 9/11. Twitch or terrorist?
I would say both.
Okay.
Could be both, right? But that sounds like something a terrorist would say.
Okay. So
I'm going to say terrorist.
You're going to say terrorist?
Yeah.
So this is Hasan Piker.
So that's a Twitch streamer.
It's a Twitch streamer.
I would say Americans definitely did not deserve to be killed while they're just working in their offices.
Yeah.
I mean, honest mistake with Hamas Piker. It's kind of hard to tell with some of the things he says sometimes. So, you know, valid game. But honestly, that's how like a normal person reacts to this. They're just like a bit horrified and disgusted that somebody would actually say that. But obviously, Hasan fans will find some way to justify it. Like, you know, Americans actually deserve to die because XYZ, they did this, they did that. It's the old Destiny logic. You know, I can make fun of dead kids because XYZ, this person, that person, you know, just shifting blame to make yourself justified in seeming like an absolute lunatic.
Free Palestine from the river to the sea means Palestinians no longer live in an apartheid state and are free of the occupation, have equal rights and representation, not genocide of the Jews.
That sounds like something a politician would say.
Okay.
Would they say it on Twitch? I don't think so.
So you have 6 seconds.
I would say Twitch.
Twitch. Correct.
Okay.
Hasan Piker. Excellent job. Very good. All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, is anybody surprised? This is coming from the guy who thinks death to America doesn't mean death to America, actually, even though that's literally the words. He finds some justification. I think he said something that, yeah, America is actually a foreign power that is so strong. It is akin to aliens who are oppressing you, and therefore it is all justified for people to chant death to America, death to Israel, death to England. Like, legitimately, the most brain-dead arguments you will ever find. Moving on to the next quote.
I tell you, freedom and human rights in America are doomed. The U.S. government will lead the American people and the West in general, into an unbearable hell and a choking life.
I don't know what a choking life is.
Okay.
Let's
10
say
seconds.
Twitch.
Twitch? Okay. Osama bin Laden.
Oh, wow. He was...
No way you confuse Twitch streamers with Osama bin Laden, bro. This is the problem. It's actually hard to tell. That's what everybody's mad about. Now, this next part is so good.
It's our territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce it until you stop doing genocide.
Has to be a terrorist because he says our boundary.
Okay. Terrorist. Hasan Piker.
But he doesn't live in Palestine, does he?
Yes, but he thinks he's a terrorist.
Dude, there's just no way Hasan is actually a real person. He's got to be like a psyop sent by the aliens to destroy humanity from the inside, like a rogue bug, you know, a parasite meant to take over humanity. But honestly, Hasan is legitimately like the ultimate cosplayer. He not only cosplays like anime characters like Luffy, but he cosplays entire identities, like religions, viewpoints, skin colors. He is the ultimate cosplayer, the ultimate grifter, essentially. Then Tectone points out Twitch's favoritism, and you can see his brother is just absolutely baffled at this.
Is it a little bit uncomfortable that it's a 50-50 chance of whether a terrorist or a Twitcher said this?
That's a little weird, yeah.
Is that not that's kind of an odd precedent for a company to allow?
It's very hard to tell the difference between who said what in those quotes.
So Hasan Piker has said all of these things and never gotten banned for it, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
People reacting to him saying these things have gotten them banned.
Okay. I mean, why is that? Why do we think
because
that is?
They got banned for promoting extremist propaganda.
So why is he immune?
And
do we know why?
There's the problem.
Is there a reason why he's immune?
He's the golden boy.
Why?
Great question.
Is he some kind of a Nepo baby?
He is a Nepo baby, yes.
I mean, he is a Nepo baby, don't get me wrong, but that's not the reason why he's not banned. It's because Dan can't stop sucking on his schlong. He's firmly grasped it, like that episode from SpongeBob. Anyways, let's move on to Gooning Lord Dan Clancy. Here he is talking about Twitch moderation.
Moderation in some ways will be a little bit less strict. What is Twitch's position with all of this?
Twitch cares a lot about how you say things. That in fact, certain things are very clear and inappropriate. You know, spewing hate and harassment at individual groups or individuals is not allowed. We maintain fairly consistent in how you say things. Expressing your views, as long as it's not expressing hate and harassment, is you expressing your views. So we still have very clear our kind of community guidelines because we do care deeply about people not spewing hate, harassment, and other things. And attacking protected classes or other groups or individuals.
We care deeply about people not spreading hate and harassment. Really, Dan? Really? What are you smoking? You gotta be smoking more than Caseytron at this point. Bro, somebody fire this absolute dinosaur, bro. He's so incompetent. You literally have Hasan on your platform, not to mention the entire Goon Squad. And you're like, oh yeah, we care about spreading hate. Pathetic, bro. Retire. Pass on the torch to somebody who can actually do your job. You completely destroyed what was once a good platform and community. Your rules are never enforced properly. Your favorite streamers get preferential treatment. It's such a joke. How can you lie through your teeth this much? Now click this video or Ethan finds you and sues you next. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye bye.